Your targeting is super important because you could have the best ad in the world, but if you're not showing that ad to the right people, then it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, if you're advertising lawnmowers, let's say, and you're showing your ad to a bunch of kids that are watching Sesame Street, then it's probably not going to work very well. So getting the right targeting is absolutely essential. Thankfully, YouTube ads has the best targeting of any ad platform that has ever existed up to this point in history. And so I'm going to show you exactly what targeting settings and what audience settings to use to get you the greatest results, to get you the most leads and the most sales at the lowest cost. So before we get into the actual targeting settings, and I'm going to actually walk you through step by step what it looks like in the ads dashboard and how to set it up. But first, I wanted to go over this concept with you because there's different levels of market sophistication, and based on that, you're going to use different types of targeting options in the YouTube ads dashboard. So if you've never seen this before, this is the levels of market sophistication according to, I think it's Eugene Schwartz, who's one of the classic marketers. And anyway, so it goes from completely unaware to problem aware to solution aware, product aware, and most aware. And what those mean are how aware are they of the product that you have and how that affects you, how that will solve their problem. So let me just give you an example. So let's say we're doing dental implants. Say we're a dentist and we offer dental implants. So the people who are completely unaware are going to be people that don't even realize that their teeth are bad, like their teeth are messed up, right? Whereas the problem aware people are going to be, they know that their teeth are messed up, but they don't have a solution. Like they don't know what they need to do in order to fix their teeth. The solution aware people know that their teeth are messed up and know that dental implants are the thing that they want to do, but they still don't know about if you're a dentist, they don't know about specifically your dental clinic and how you offer dental implants. The product aware people, they know they want dental implants and they know about your offer. And then finally, the most aware people know about all of the offers in the market. So they know your offer and they know all of your competitors' offers. So who you want to target is going to depend on who we want to go after on this pyramid. So notice that the more aware they are, the smaller the section is. That means that there's fewer people at that point. So the most aware, there's only going to be a few. The product aware, there's going to be a little bit more. The completely unaware, there's going to be a lot. And this depends on the market. Maybe, most people that have messed up teeth probably know they have messed up teeth. So that might not be the case, but there's going to be like a lot more problem aware people than product aware people. So think about where your product falls, like what kind of people you want to market to. So generally, I'm going to ignore the most aware here because usually that's not relevant for most small business owners. Most aware is usually for like if you want to buy a soda and you've already had Coke and Pepsi 100 times and you know the market, right? You know that there's Czech and there's RC Cola and whatnot. Like you're totally aware of all the market. That's not most of our cases if we're small to medium-sized businesses, so I'm just not going to consider that. But if there are people that are product aware, that already know what you have to offer, then those are going to be the easiest people to reach because they already know, and all it takes is just a little bit of prodding to get them over the edge and get them to actually buy the thing, right? The next easiest is the solution aware. So they know they need the dental implants in this case. You just have to make them aware of your dental implants and make them want to buy it, right? And so you got to kind of step people through this up into the product aware stage. If they're problem aware, they know their teeth are messed up. Well, you got to show them first what the solution is. You got to show them that the solution is dental implants. And then once you've convinced them that the solution is dental implants, then you show them that your particular dental implants are the best, right? So you got to walk them 2 steps. the person who's unaware, they don't realize that their teeth are messed up, or they don't realize that it matters. You gotta make them realize that their teeth are messed up, so they become problem aware. Then make them aware of dental implants. Then make them aware of your particular brand of dental implants. Okay, so how do YouTube ads fit into this? We want to, if you have, first of all, higher on this pyramid, there are fewer people, but they are higher intent. They are easier to sell. So you want to start with these people that are product aware. They're going to be the lowest hanging fruit. So what you can do for this is you can run what's called retargeting ads. So you can run ads to people who have already interacted with you in some way. If they have visited your website, you can put a tracking code on your website that recognizes those people, and you can run ads specifically to those people. If you have a YouTube channel and you get views on your YouTube channel, you can retarget the people that watched your YouTube channel. These are probably going to be product aware people, or at least they're aware of you, right? These solution aware people are generally going to be like an intent-based audience. So somebody is looking for dental implants near me, or they're looking for how to run YouTube ads, right? Those are the people that know the solution, but they need a product to help them to implement that solution. So those are going to be usually a custom, either a intent audience, or I'm sorry, an in-market audience, or a custom intent audience. And I'm going to show you what all these are in the dashboard in just a minute. And then problem aware are going to be a custom audience most likely, but they're going to be searching different things. They're going to have different queries. It's like, how do I fix my messed up teeth? That's going to be the kind of things that they're searching in Google. And by the way, in case you haven't heard me say this a million times, YouTube is owned by Google, which is a huge advantage because Google knows what people are looking for. Google knows what people are typing in the search bar. They know what people are looking on different websites, because Google has its tracking code installed on most websites. They know what people are looking for on YouTube. They know what people are looking for in their Gmail account, et cetera, et cetera. So Google knows when people are looking for something. So for problem aware people, you want to get people that are looking for, how do I fix X problem, whatever problem that may be. And then for the people who are completely unaware, and realize this says unaware, should be unaware. For people who are completely unaware, then you probably want to do like a demographic audience or an interest-based audience. So that means, what are their general characteristics? So like, what's their age group? What's their income? What are they interested in generally? So that'll depend what you're doing. Like if it's about teeth, for example, and your dental implants cost some money, you probably want to target people that have money. And then you might want to target people, like if you think that most of your clients are above the age of 40, for example, then you might want to target people who are above the age of 40. If most of your clients are into looking good, if they're into cosmetics in general, you might target them based on their interest in cosmetics, right? That's the idea. So that's kind of the high level of how this works. Now let me show you, let's dig into the Google Ads dashboard, which again, YouTube ads, I say again, but I don't know if I mentioned this. The YouTube ads dashboard is the same as the Google Ads dashboard. It's the same platform. And I'm going to show you each of these. So we'll go into Tools and Shared Library and Audience Manager. This is where your audiences are all kept. And I'm going to create so this is your data segment. So I can create a remarketing list. I can put website visitors, so people who visited my website or a particular landing page. I can do people who have downloaded my app, people who have watched my videos on YouTube. I can upload a customer list. Like if I have a list of email addresses of people who have bought my product, I can upload that, and then I can sell them some kind of add-on service using an ad. or Google Analytics if you have Google Analytics installed on your website, or lead forms. I don't really use that. But anyway, so that's kind of the, if we go back, where did it go? If we go back over here, these are going to be the people that are probably product aware, right? We're remarketing to them. We're retargeting them. And that's probably going to be a small number of people. So the good thing about that is that they're going to be an easy sell. You can reach them with minimum ad spend and get sales fairly easily. The downside is that you can't scale it very much because it's probably a small number of people. So you're going to want to go into the solution aware. And again, this completely depends on what your product is, what your industry is. So if you offer, let's say, a software that is like I keep hearing now about AI agents for businesses that will, like, it's an AI that will call somebody or text somebody and will have a conversation. Well, this is something new, and most business owners are not aware of it. So there's not really a lot of people that are solution aware here. They're not going into Google and saying how to find an AI agent, right? These people are probably going to be more problem aware, or perhaps unaware. They're going to realize that maybe they realize that they're not doing a very good job of follow-up, in which case they're problem aware, but they don't really know how they could do it better. So they're not solution aware. So you got to get them while they're problem aware. Or it could be that they're missing out on all these opportunities because of their lack of follow-up, but they don't realize that, in which case they would be completely unaware. Anyway, so these are the remarketing lists. So these are the people that are already product aware. If I go into audiences, then we can create audiences. And there's a bunch of different ways to do this. So there's an audience, there's the audience, and then there's the segment. So there's the segment, which is kind of a portion of an audience, and then there's the audience, which is a little confusing, but I'm going to add a segment first. I have some segments that I've already put in here, but I'm going to create a new one. And we're going to say people, well, there's 4 ways to do this, actually. So people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, or people who searched any of these terms on Google. So this one's more specific. So if I want to say, like, I want to search for people or I want to run ads to people that searched for dental implants and dental implants near me, right? So notice what I'm doing here. This is a solution aware audience. These are people that are looking for dental implants. They know the solution is dental implants. I could say, like, what are the best dental implants, etc. And so I'm putting all of these keywords, and you generally want to put 10 to 15 keywords per segment here. And these are the things that people are actually searching on Google. Now, if I want to make it a little bit broader, so that's like people that are actually sitting there and searching that on Google, whereas there's this interest or purchase intention. So this is a little broader. This is, you're giving the Google AI a little bit more room to, like, a little more wiggle room here. So you can still put the same kind of keywords, and maybe I'll put just like dental implants, and then I don't know, like some other kind of, maybe if there's other, maybe dentures, right? If they put other things that might be an alternative, right? So you put like 10 to 15 keywords. Again, you can get away with less, actually, because this is a little bit broader. And that will give you an audience of people that are interested in this thing according to Google, even though they might not necessarily have searched it exactly. Maybe they watched YouTube videos about it, or maybe they're reading emails about it in their Gmail, something like that. And by the way, it also shows you how many people and what's the general age population. So like this for people that want dental implants or dentures, we get 1 billion to 5 billion weekly impressions. So plenty of people. An impression is just how many times you can show the ad to someone, like how many chances there are to show the ad to someone. 64% male, 20, and I can see like the age distribution here, which is actually a little surprising that it skews younger. I wouldn't have guessed that, but it's good to know. 77% non-parents, etc. So that's how to do that. And then you can also do browse types of websites. So I can put like www.dentalimplants.com. If I think that the people that I want are already going to this kind of website, I can put that, and I can put www.dentistry.com, like whatever. I'm just making up those, but if you do a little research and you know what websites these people are browsing, then you can do that. And so you can do that in addition to or instead of this up here. And then you can also do the people who use these types of apps. I'm not going to go through that because I don't really ever use that one. But that is a custom segment. Now, if you are, now this is, I'm thinking of this in terms of solution aware. But if you want to do this in a problem aware way, so you're targeting people that don't know about dental implants, or they don't know about the thing that you offer, they just understand that they have a problem and they want to fix that problem. So here you say like how to fix broken teeth, like how to fix crooked teeth, etc. So that's going to get the problem aware people. So it's the same thing in the ads dashboard, but I would recommend that you do not mix them. So you don't have like dental implants and how to fix broken teeth within the same segment, because now you're targeting both problem aware and solution aware. And it's much more effective if you can have a separate ad for the problem aware people and a separate ad for the solution aware people. And so you have different messaging, right? So you have different messaging to different people and of different market sophistications. So that's the custom segment. Now you can also, if you don't want to do a custom segment, you can, well, this is your data. So this is what we talked about earlier, the remarketing list or retargeting, targeting people that have already interacted with your business. They've watched your YouTube or they've gone to your website or whatever. You would put that there. Now we also have interests and detailed demographics. So these are pretty cool. I always like to start with these and just see what YouTube gives me to work with. And I like to go to browse and start with, well, let's start with in market. So in market means that people are looking for the thing that, like what people are looking for. So this is very solution aware, which again, solution aware is a great audience because they already know that they need the thing that you offer. They just don't know which one to buy yet. So this is a really good one to go after. And if you expand on this, you can see like what kind of stuff are they in market for? What are they looking for? So, and you can, some of these you can drill down on. So like arts and craft supplies, you can't drill down on that, but this apparel and accessories, I can drill down and I can say, okay, I can specifically target people that are looking for backpacks or costumes or eyewear, etc. And if I go into like business services, for example, I use this one a lot. Advertising and marketing services, I can target that specifically. I can even get more detailed. I can go to email marketing services or SEO and SEM services. Those are types of marketing services. Business financial services, business technology, event planning, etc. And so there's like electronics, dating services, education, employment. So people that are looking for a job. And you can get into what kind of job. So if you happen to be a recruiter, for example, and you're looking to get finance talent, then you can find people that are already looking for an accounting and finance job. You can find people that are already looking for career consulting services, right? So if you just go through this, you'll find there's so much gold. And chances are, whatever you offer, that there's a good chance that whatever you're offering, that they already have a custom in-market audience for people that are already looking for it. So I really, really like the in-marketing the in-market audiences for solution-aware people. We can also take a look at life events. So business creation, somebody that just started a business or is about to start a business. So if you have a service for like filing somebody's LLC for them or something, this is a great one for you. College graduation. So graduating soon or recently graduated, somebody who's looking to renovate their home, who's looking for a job change, who just got married or is about to get married, somebody who's moving, who just got a new pet, who's buying a home. If you are a realtor, then this might be a really good one for you. Retirement, somebody who's about to retire. If you're a wealth planner, for example, then that might be a good one for you. So this is like kind of what's going on in the person's life at the moment. So keep in mind when you're looking at these that some of them are going to work for your business and some of them aren't. So this is like, I don't use life events very much, but for particular businesses, this is perfect. I can get into detailed demographics, which, by the way, you have like kind of basic demographics down here, and I'll go to that first. You can overlay this with anything else, with your custom segment, for example, or your in-market audience. So I can select male, female, and some people they don't know, so they check unknown. So if I only want females, for example, I'll check that, and I'll probably uncheck both male and unknown. If I'm okay with a little bit of ambiguity, then I'll leave unknown checked. If I want both, I'll leave them all checked. I can select the age group that I want. So maybe I only want 35 to 65. And then we have additional demographics. So I can sell to people who are parents or not parents. And I can target based on income. So we have percentiles here where you have lower 50%, then top 40%, top 30%, top 20%, and then top 10%, essentially. So if I want like top 10%, I'll just say top 10% to top 10%. Or if I want top 20%, I'll say like 11% to 20%, or rather top 10% to top 20%. So that's going to give me the top 20% of income earners. So that's really cool. If you have maybe a higher priced product that not everybody can afford, you can avoid sending your ads to people that are not going to be able to afford you. And then, okay, so that's the basic demographics. And then I was going to show you the detailed demographics as well. So we got parental status, marital status. Are they married or not? Educational status, like are they college students now? Are they a high school graduate, bachelor's degree, advanced degree? Do they own a home? Are they employed in a company of a certain size or of an industry? So that's the detailed demographics. And then the last option we have here is affinity. Affinity means what are they interested in? So are they interested in banking and finance? So people that invest a lot. So if you have an investment course that's dedicated to people that invest a lot, that's a good one for you. If you want people that have online banking, if you want people that are interested in beauty or frequently visit salons. I mean, if you have a salon, that's your business, then probably that's a good one for you. Food and dining, right? Coffee shop regulars. Again, if you have a coffee shop, then you probably want to try that audience. So that's it. And you can, like I said, you can overlay these as much as you want, but just keep an eye on this, like the number of weekly impressions. If this number starts getting kind of small, then you got to be careful. And then, of course, you can enter your audience name up here. And so I like to be as descriptive as possible. So I'll say like in market dental implants, top 30% income, and like age 45 plus, for example. So everything that I selected in here, I like to put in the title. That way I know exactly what it is without having to dive into it and actually look at all of the settings. And then so that's how to create an audience. And so if I want to save that audience, I'll go ahead and hit save, and then that audience will be available to me when I go and create an ad campaign. Now, I don't recommend ever starting a new ad campaign and only choosing one audience. I always do multiple audiences. So you probably noticed when we were going through this, or if you go through this on your own, you're going to find that there's a bunch of different audiences that you could potentially use, right? You could use an in-market audience. You could use a custom segment. You could do a retargeting audience. You could target people based on life events, right? That's 4 different audiences that you could potentially use. And you don't, I prefer not to try to bunch them all together. I like to create 4 separate ad campaigns that are all the same, except for they're targeting a different audience. And so you basically, you A/B test them all against each other and you figure out which one is working the best. And if you're interested in getting my full method for running YouTube ads and you're watching this on the recording, then I will put a link in the description for how you can get my free guide to running YouTube ads that I give you not only the targeting, but actually how to create the ads, how to set up the campaigns, etc. Or if you want me to actually work with you directly one-on-one to get your ads set up in such a way that they are getting you leads and clients for the minimum possible cost per ad, because we're using exactly the right message and showing it to exactly the right people, then I'll put a link also for where you can book a call with me, and then I'll see if and how I can help you, and we can take it from there.